Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Sagittarius. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right, we have the Knight of Cups, so possibly a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming in. We have the Six of Pentacles, beautiful soulmate energy. Somebody who values balance and harmony within connections, but this is also a reminder that what you're looking for is looking for you. All right, they're viewing you as the Eight of Swords, okay? So they might feel like you're not seeing them. You're dealing with some sort of karmic situation, which doesn't have to be another relationship. It can be, a job that you're unhappy with, a living situation that isn't in alignment with you. And we see the relationship, the Queen of Cups. So strong water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming through. I feel this is going to be a very loving, romantic, nurturing, supportive connection. And we see the Death card. Ooh, so you could have a Scorpio coming your way. Scorpio energy is intense. It's sexy. I'm almost getting to this could be a secret admirer here for you. This is somebody who definitely has their eye on you. This is somebody who's going to be very dedicated. This is somebody who stands up for what they love, whom they love. All right. The Knight of Cups tells me this person is romantic, charming, a little secretive, but I kind of feel like in a naughty way, right? Like in a sexy, naughty way. All right, let's see what else we need to know about them. Ten of Cups in reverse. This person may be somebody who's recently divorced or separated. It doesn't even have to be recent. It could be that they've just had this like major life change and now they're ready to get back out there, or they have their sights set on you. And we see the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. So they might sometimes overthink and overanalyze, but more so I get this person is organized and they're grounded. And I also feel like they're coming out of a period of healing. So most likely they've been through some sort of divorce or separation, and they took this time to heal, to do their shadow work, and they're putting themselves back out there, Sag, and boom, you enter. So how you're going to be feeling, Two of Cups. So this is going to be a connection that makes you feel emotionally balanced. I also think off the bat, Sag, you're going to be feeling like there's a strong soulmate connection. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do my Sagittarius need to know about this person? Strong water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also strong Virgo energy. All right, look at that Virgo coming through. So Virgos are great planners and organizers. They have a tendency to overthink and overanalyze. Yes, this is that Scorpio energy I was getting. Your person is deeply committed to your connection. They're strong and they can be counted on to have your back. All right, this person may not have any family, so that may indicate they don't have any children or they're without immediate family. Now that could just be they're alone in this world, but it can also indicate that their family is at a distance from them in a different city, state, or country. And in true Virgo fashion, this person is a giver. They put the needs of others first, okay? So their love language here might be gift giving, or they might be just very service oriented here, Sag. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel very strongly that this person values balance and harmony within relationships. I also feel this is somebody who values balance in their life. Like they have a nice work-life balance, or they like things to be balanced, because it feels like they're coming through some sort of transformation or transition where maybe they were overgiving or they were feeling really drained. Again, it could be a family situation, it could be work, it could be another relationship. But this is somebody who's done their shadow work here, Sag. All right, we see that they're mysterious. Okay, see, that's the Scorpio energy I was picking up on, and I didn't quite articulate it well earlier. All right, we see they could be in their 30s, but remember, these really specific messages are not going to resonate with all of you, but they will be confirmation for some of you. All right, and we see that this person is trustworthy and honest. All right, and We also see they play games. Now, I'm not getting that this person is a player. What I'm getting is this person may be somebody that likes to play, like, games on their phone. They might play video games. They might be into cosplay. They might play chess. They might play card games. They could play dominoes. All right, let's see. And maybe they are a little bit of a trickster. They might like to, play jokes, tricks, and games. But I'm not really getting player energy from them. All right, we're seeing official person showing up in reverse. So this person may be somebody who doesn't necessarily have, like, the CEO title or what have you, but this is somebody who's hardworking and stable. Okay, they might be like more like, just like middle class, nothing wrong with that. All right, and we see message of concern. So I do kind of feel like this person may feel a little bit, I feel like this person may act a little bit unbothered. Okay, so I feel like this is also, Sag, this is not somebody here who is chasing status, right? I do think that they're committed. I feel like they're balanced. I feel like they have enough. But I feel like this is somebody who's not concerned with the material world as much as maybe some of the other people you've been dealing with. And I kind of like this energy because I kind of get like this is a real one, right? This is a real one. They value friendships. They value memories. They value experiences. They value comfort, right? But it's like they're not chasing status and wealth. And again, not to say that they don't have any wealth, right? Or they don't have status, but it's like that's not their top priority. I like this. This is kind of like old school, very grounded. Like this is a real one, Sag. All right. And we see occupation showing up in reverse. So some of you, this person may be retired. Some of you, work is not their highest priority. Now, I know that sounds a little bit scary, right? Especially in a time where the economy isn't doing so well. But what I do feel is like this person is not somebody who wants to live to work. They want to work to live. I don't think they're a loser. I don't think they're nonchalant about money and like paying bills and, disorganized. In fact, they're very different. But I feel like this person their values are a little bit different, right? Their values are friendships, relationships, family, which are relationships, experiences, memories. I kind of get this person has this, we only live once attitude, but again, not to the point where they're risky or they don't take care of themselves and they don't take care of their responsibilities. This could come from, having like a near-death experience or something like that, or they may have freed themselves from a really unhappy or unhealthy cycle and their priorities shifted. Okay, so I feel like it's a good thing. I feel like it's a positive thing. It's not something that's, meant to scare you. Okay, like they don't care about money at all, or they're a user, or they're a layabout or something like that. I don't get that at all from this person. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about them. All right, they want to send you a message. So this person might kind of act unbothered, but they're not, okay, especially when it comes to you. All right, they may be a fire sun sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, your paths will cross when a holiday is in season. So maybe your paths have already crossed, or, a holiday doesn't have to be like a federal holiday or a bank holiday. It can be a party or a celebration. It can be a wedding. It can be an engagement party. It can be a birthday party. It can be out and about celebrating a raise or promotion with coworkers or friends or something like that. All right, and we see your first kiss will be within 1 year from now, so that's good news. This is not somebody you already know. For a lot of you who are not interested in anybody you already know, and this does not mean it's going to take a year for you two to kiss, okay? Sometimes I get that comment, and it just means you haven't kissed this person, and it's going to happen sometime between April 2026 and April 2027, okay? And it does not mean it's going to take a whole year, but I am reading for a lot of you. Some of my Saggies, this person may have tattoos, and we also see that this person spends their money quickly, but that also indicates that they do have money to spend, okay? With the Eight of Swords, they may be meeting you at a time, Sag, when you're involved in some sort of karmic situation. That could be a job that you dislike, or that's, doesn't feel in alignment with you. It could be a living situation. It could be another relationship. You could be in the midst of breaking free from whatever that is. They are a little bit worried that you're not seeing them, or you're not seeing them the way they're seeing you. All right, so let's see. We see the Lover's card, but nonetheless, they see you as the Lover's card, Gemini energy, which is your opposite sign. But they're very physically attracted to you, and they immediately sense that there's a soulmate connection, which you do as well with that Two of Cups, that you two balance each other out in the most harmonious ways, that you two are, you two are really good for each other. You two are a really good match is what I'm getting. And there's also going to be quite a bit of sexual tension there. And we see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like, Sag, this person is meeting you as you're breaking free from something, or you're changing things up. You're doing things differently. You're ready for something new. Again, a living situation, a home, a relationship, a family situation, whatever it might be. But they love the fact that you're not afraid to march to the beat of your own drum, that you're free-spirited, and that you're not going to continue doing something just to do it or because you're comfortable if it's not in alignment with you. All right, we see 10 of Swords. So, what I'm reading here is like you sense that this is a soulmate connection with the Two of Cups. With the 10 of Swords, I think you also sense, Sagittarius, that this is an ending. This connection represents an ending of a painful or difficult time for you. And with this person, it's like this new beginning, okay? So let's see what else they really admire about you. What else does this person really like or really admire about my Sagittarius, please? Okay, we see child orphan. They see you as independent, that you've learned to go it alone, and you are not afraid. You've conquered your fear of surviving. Okay, yeah, okay, strength there. And they see you as an artist. All right, so they see you as creative, that you're expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to also see life symbolically. They also see you as the victim archetype here, Sag. Presents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. That's beautiful. A lot of my Saggies, you've been through something very painful. I don't know if it's a relationship or a personal loss, or maybe you were, you were experiencing prejudice like at work or something like that. I don't know, but they see you as a survivor. They see you as somebody who's come out on top, and you've done it with grace and ease. And you don't repeat any of those patterns. Some of my Saggies, you might have had a very difficult upbringing. Maybe you had like an abusive or alcoholic parent, or maybe you're getting out of an abusive or alcoholic, relationship, or relationship with somebody like that. But they do see you as very self-empowered, very strong. And what I love about this is the relationship is going to be very romantic, but it's also going to be very loving and very nurturing. I also think there's going to be a telepathic connection between the two of you, so your communication is going to go beyond mere words. All right, and we have this connection requires conscious communication and accountability. Okay, so even if there's a telepathic connection, Spirit's like, it's also really important that this connection requires conscious communication and accountability. So building emotional maturity. I do think you two meet each other in that space. All right, and we have strengthening intuition. This connection heightens your ability to sense alignment and misalignment, and also is going to help you to really teach you that you can trust your intuition, because some of my Saggies, whatever you're coming out of, you might be questioning your intuition or your own judgment, right? Like, why did I end up in that situation? Like, how did I get here, right? But with this person, it's going to, you're going to realize, yes, okay, I can trust my judgment. I can trust my intuition. All right, and yeah, this totally tracks while reclaiming your independence, Sag. So this connection enters as you stand more fully in your autonomy. Alignment meets you in self-possession. Yeah, so while you're reclaiming your independence. And we see this connection honors each person's journey. And we see choosing growth over comfort. This connection asks you to evolve beyond familiar patterns. Yes, because this is different. This is more aligned. This is mature. All right, Sag, let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person or this connection. What else do my Sagittarius need to know about this person or this connection, please? Okay, so there's a gravitational pull to one another. This just indicates the cord between you is already there. This is not something that's going to pass you by, but you're going to be like two magnets drawn to each other. All right. I feel like if anybody tries to get in between the two of you, it's like good luck. When you two are talking to each other, the rest of the world drops away. We see honest communication. So two people who really do love talking to each other. I expect heart-to-heart conversations. This is also going to build trust and understanding. We see marriage. Some of you may end up marrying this person. And I love this. Fearless love, a courageous leap into the unknown. It might feel like it's taking courage here, Sag, not because of this person, but because of what you've been through. And because you're reclaiming your independence, there could be a little bit of hesitation. And we see that with the Ten of Swords because, you know, you've been through it. You've been through it. And so you're like, I don't know, like, I prioritize my peace. You know, I don't know if I'm ready to let anybody in, that type of energy. But of course, I think this person changes everything. So let's see, any important dates or times? Any important dates or times? All right, in the near future, beautiful. And we see slow movement and time to let it go. So it does look like, my Saggies, you're in the process of letting something go, and this person comes in. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.